is NWCN. Northwest news and weather 24 hours a day. Now, Northwest News Evening Edition.
Well, Friday at 9 a.m. I plan on being right here in this building to get a marriage license.
The countdown is on for same-sex couples in Idaho as the state gets closer to allowing equal marriage rights for all. Glad you're with us. I'm Greg Copeland. A lot can still happen between now and Friday when Idaho's same-sex marriage ban is lifted. Both the governor and the state's attorney general are trying to stop that process. News Channel 7's Scott Evans spoke with AG Lawrence Wasden, who vows to fight the issue to the end.
Tuesday afternoon was an exciting time for same-sex couples across Idaho as they learned a federal judge said Idaho's constitutional definition of marriage only being between a man and a woman was unconstitutional. Attorney General Lawrence Wasden is already planning to fight that ruling.
As the Attorney General, my job is not to decide which provisions I will defend and which I will not. It doesn't matter whether I agree or disagree. What matters is that I'm the person elected to defend the Constitution.
In 2006, Idahoans voted to define marriage as between a man and a woman. Wasden is prepared to go to court to make the legal arguments as to why our Constitution fits constitutional muster under the United States Constitution.
That you don't simply decide whether you're on the right side of history or the wrong side of history, or whether it has some political impact or non-political impact.
Wasden and Otter will both file motions for stay with the Ninth Circuit. If the court denies the stay like the district court did, then both will file motions with the United States Supreme Court.
What matters is, am I willing to defend that policy choice, which is part of our state constitution? The answer is yes, we are prepared to take this matter until the United States Supreme Court ultimately makes a decision on this issue.
Wasden says Nevada and Utah's cases will likely hit the U.S. Supreme Court before Idaho's, but all of these cases should have been decided years earlier.
Had the Attorney General of California fulfilled the responsibility of defending that state constitution, we would already have an answer to this question. Because what the court said in that case is, well, the state didn't defend it, no one has standing to defend it, and essentially punted the ball down the field.
That was News Channel 7's Scott Evans reporting. If the motion for a stay is not granted by the Ninth Circuit Court, Wasden is hopeful he could get one from the U.S. Supreme Court. Now, starting at 9 a.m. Friday, same-sex couples across Idaho will be able to apply for a marriage license. That has county clerks preparing for what could be a big rush. In Ada County, officials say there's no telling how many couples will show up on Friday, so it's going to be all hands on deck.
We have 6 clerks here at the counter, and they're all trained to do marriage licenses. So for Friday, I've indicated to staff they need to be on scene, ready to go, and all 6 of them prepared.
The courthouse says computer issues might make the process slightly more difficult since the marriage licensing system only has inputs for bride and groom. On Oregon, gay marriage took another step closer to being allowed in the state. Today, a federal judge in Eugene refused to let an outside group defend the state's ban on same-sex marriage. The judge said the National Organization for Marriage filed its request too late. This now leaves no defendant with legal standing to argue on behalf of the marriage ban. The National Organization for Marriage said it will appeal the ruling to the Ninth Circuit Court. Stay with NWCN as we continue to follow these court cases involving same-sex marriage. You can also find the latest online at nwcn.com. Well, it was a hot one throughout much of the Northwest, and some folks were doing pretty much anything they could to stay cool. At Cedar Mill Elementary in Beaverton, Oregon, only half the school has air conditioning, making it tough for the other half to beat the heat. Teachers closed the blinds to try to help in the classroom, even told kids to bring water bottles to keep them hydrated. Caught up with a few kids as they came in from recess.
Pretty hot, like it's probably 80 or 90, I'm gonna guess.
It's very hot. And every moment I was out there, my face got redder and redder.
Taking in the heat, yeah. All right, so it sounds like there's a reason it felt so hot today. You mentioned something about breaking a few records.
Yeah, we did have some record-breaking temperatures, especially in Oregon earlier this afternoon. Let's get right to it and take a look. Roseburg, 97, breaks the old record of 92, and Medford it hit 96. Portland made it to 91, breaking the old record of 88. And in Newport, it was 88, breaking the old record of 78, in fact, crushing it. In Washington, Hoquiam hit 84, that's a new record. Quileute 83 in Washington, breaking the old record of 78. And in North Bend, they hit 82, breaking the old record of 75. Greg, it looks very warm, if not hot again tomorrow. We could have some more record-breaking temperatures. I'll come back with more on that in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. Thanks, Jim. Well, warm temperatures aren't helping firefighters battle a growing wildfire in Carlsbad, California. This is some video of people running from their homes as a lot of smoke was rising in the distance there. 15,000 have already evacuated. According to officials, the fire has destroyed at least 2 buildings so far. Back in the Northwest, rescuers pulled a couple of capsized kayakers to shore near Battleground, Washington today. Apparently everything was going fine until they hit some rapids, causing both women to overturn. One of the kayakers said they had no choice but to call for help.
The water's running really quickly. We didn't realize that there'd be rapids, so we weren't prepared for that. And we ended up flipping over and losing our paddles and getting our one kayak caught into the trees.
Yeah, firefighters credit the group for wearing life jackets and also carrying a cell phone to call for help. Take a look at this photo. Investigators believe this person, Bernard Bellarouche, is linked to 3 different shootings in 1 week in western Washington. One of those shootings involved an innocent bystander caught in the crossfire and killed near Pacific Highway. Both Federal Way, Washington, and Des Moines police departments are stepping up patrols in that area. It's unclear what sparked the shootings in the first place, and police believe there could be other suspects as well. Bellarouche has an extensive criminal history and is considered dangerous. Western Washington family is frantic and frustrated as they search for a missing relative. A 26-year-old father called for help, saying he was trapped in his car before his phone died. He lives in Kent, but his family is searching in Olympia. As King 5's Drew Mickelson found out, they're out by themselves searching.
The last time James Dauphin used his cell phone, it was pinged on the south side of one of these towers here in West Olympia. That's where the family spent the day searching for him. This area is too wide for search and rescue crews, and there's some uncertainty as to whether the man is actually in danger, but his family says he needs their help.
Just seeing if he fell asleep at the wheel or something and crashed into the bushes.
Finding a needle in a haystack
Can't hurt to try.
would be easier than what Gerard Dauphin's trying to do.
Right now, the only thing we can do is pray and hope we find him.
They're looking for James Dauphin, a father from Kent who made a frantic call to a girlfriend Monday night.
If you hear me, please have someone find me. We've been in a car accident. My leg is shattered. My friend stopped moving, and I need you guys to find me.
Tradice Dauphin says her brother was going camping and hiking with a friend, but no one knew where they were going.
I just want my brother home, that's it.
He had recently broken up with his girlfriend, but the family does not think he's run off or faked this disappearance.
He wouldn't do that to his family, and he knows what this would do to my dad. He wouldn't do that. Yeah, Capital 4.
She organized this search around the area where police traced Monday night's call and another made Tuesday. While police look into the case, they're not out here.
Now we're at the point that we need to get out there and search. We're going to go find him ourselves.
There's no drop-off for there, huh? Life is life, so we got to be strong.
The family's worried James is trapped somewhere, now with a dead cell phone.
I feel like he's okay, and he's just waiting for us to come get him.
The family and the ex-girlfriend say they do not know who James was going camping with this week. If you've seen him or know what's happened to him, call the King County Sheriff's Office. In Olympia, Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.
Still to come, thieves are targeting several Washington gyms. We'll tell you what's being done to try to stop them. And Seattle is buzzing with bee swarms, but no need to panic. After the break, learn what to do if you encounter one.